Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to download the game instead of streaming it. Yes, I want to play. Would you like to play the censored version? Yes. Wait, Mike, you think I'd get banned for that part that's censored?
What?
You think I'd get banned for the part that's censored?
Well, if it's censored, I don't think so.
No, like if I put it uncensored.
Yeah.
Where she's doing that one thing?
Yeah.
Ciao.
Why would I
I'm
get
Julie.
banned for that? It's not
Julie
nudity.
Kay.
I mean, it is kind
I'm
of
glad
like
you are here.
teaching like how to be
Nobody
a
has
surgeon, I
visited me in
guess.
years. It's been years now.
If you parse it.
I must tell you my story, but I don't know where to
Parse
begin.
is like being a surgeon.
There is so much.
So technically, the game is educational.
I should start from my childhood, but my memories
Yeah, I
are
don't know if I take it that far.
I only remember the summer of 1929, when they sent me off to stay with my nanny.
What was that?
Me.
Don't do that.
Nanny, will you tell me the story of the White Lady?
No, little sparrow. Not tonight.
No.
A fog is coming, see?
You can't even skip this
I
part.
know that when it's foggy, the lady kills young women. But
You
why
can't
is she
skip
so
this part.
evil?
No.
You see, Julia, pain and suffering can make us do evil things, even if we're not actually bad.
Just like soldiers have to kill other soldiers. I like the lady I've decided, Nanny. She must be in so much pain. The poor dear. She still scares me a little though.
Alright.
Soon I'll be a young woman. And she could
This
kill
part
me.
doesn't last too long,
Could
guys.
she kill those who love her?
Of course.
It's just
not.
explaining
That
kind of
makes
the
me feel
story
better because I
a
love
little.
her. But what about Martha? Would she be in danger?
Your sister is with your mother, so do not worry. Do you miss them?
No. I mean, yes, I miss Martha a little, but I love spending time with you.
Now, go to sleep, little sparrow. It's getting late.
Okay, Nanny, I'll go to sleep and dream of the lady. Was she beautiful?
She was beautiful. Yes, very much so.
Then she'll be beautiful in my dreams. And will I be beautiful just like her?
You'll be even more beautiful.
Listen, Nanny.
Greetings!
Since the lady won't harm me because I love her, and since you're
Snore
my young
from
woman,
Norway. Let's
could you tell
go.
me her story?
Norway in the
Even
house.
if it's foggy outside. Please.
Hopefully you're having a good night slash day in Norway. I'm not sure what time it is there. I'm
You
assuming
always
it's
get your own
nighttime.
way.
I loved Nanny and I loved that story. Every time I heard it, it sounded like a new and more mesmerizing tale.
Are you guys
Even my
5
aunt
hours
used to
ahead?
tell me about it, even though it scared me. Even now, I can remember every single day of that time and how happy I was.
What time is it there, Snore?
According to an ancient legend, the lakes of the area are haunted by the spirit of a young woman who was killed by the man she loved.
It speeds up after this,
She was
guys. I
expecting
promise.
a lover's stroll by the lake, gazing out at the old tree growing on the lake's island. So much hope and desire, but death, not love, was awaiting her.
She doesn't look beautiful in that picture. Jesus.
In despair, the man confessed he had killed her out of jealousy.
Come on.
So he was hanged on the small island.
This game
in the
is
middle of the
extremely,
very same
extremely
lake
scary,
where he had
guys.
killed the girl.
It's got a crazy twist at the end.
Yeah, I bet people are saying right now.
They searched.
Like, they think this game
but the
sucks and it's
body was
boring.
never found.
Yeah. It's really not once it starts.
It's just a lady telling a
Since then, Her spirit,
Right.
known as the White Lady,
Right.
has been
Eh,
imprisoned
yeah.
in the depths of the lake.
I thought you were coming
She
to sit by me,
grieves
Mike.
eternally for the loss of the man she loved.
Yeah, I want you
When
to
Father
use your
rises,
computer,
the
of
White
course.
Lady is known to leave the waters of the lake and roam the woods,
Lost
looking
our
for her
viewers.
long lost love. In vain. Within the fog of dawn, hunters have claimed to hear the
12.
wailing of a woman in the distance.
How are you allowed to do that in instant?
Every time the sad memory of the night she perished stirs in her soul, she takes the life of a young woman by slaying such a life in its youth. Even just for an instant, the lady feels free from the burden of her pain.
Good night, Nanny.
Good night, my love.
Did I try playing this on stream before? I don't think I did.
I spent almost 3 years with the nanny, but when I came home, I quickly forgot how to be happy.
Have I, Mike?
My memories
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't think
return
so.
until 15 years later, in 1944.
I know we
when I
tried
stayed
playing
in
it
that
at
house.
Uncle Matt's for a while.
I enjoyed setting up cameras in the woods by the lake. My father created a device that attached to the cameras. It would make them take pictures at set intervals. I was trying to photograph animals, or whatever else was in that damned place. Reel off the film. Open the
Chill.
camera. Remove the old roll of film. Put the new film in. Close the camera. Load the film. Activate the timer. Almost ready. Now to bring the image into focus. There's something floating on the surface of the water. If I frame it better, I might be able to see what it is.
There. And here we go, guys. Here we go.
What? Is that a
The
person?
horror game begins,
What's
baby.
happening? I was horrified at the idea that someone might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible.
Yeah, she's finding her sister.
I instantly noticed that the person was wearing one of my dresses. I was scared. I dragged that lifeless body as best as I could to the shore, trying not to drown myself. Only when I lifted her in my arms did I realize who she was. It was my sister, my twin, a part of me, dead. Impossible to comprehend. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do or to think. I have to stay calm. Martha is not dead. It's not possible. It's not true. There's no need to worry. Everything is fine. Everything will be fine. I have to stay calm. Martha, February 26th, 1923.
Is everything okay?
Are you hurt?
What are you doing?
Go, Eric! Run!
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. Martha, are you okay? She asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha. I
The
didn't
mom
want the
thought
moment to
that,
fade.
because they're twins, the
So I
mom
looked
thought
in
that it
her
was
head.
the other twin that
I didn't
died, but
realize I had
really,
done something
it
that
wasn't.
couldn't be undone.
Yeah, 'cause doesn't the mom only like Martha?
Yeah, the mom did.
I
The
would
mom
have to
only
pretend
liked
to be
Martha.
forever. O Lord, who gives life to the dying, let your sacrifice of love be offered for Martha's soul. Into your hands I also entrust my spirit, so that I may be reunited with her in perpetual light, to never suffer the desolation of purgatory. Please grant her eternal rest, O Lord, and may eternal light shine upon her.
Eric, did you remember to light the candles in the hall? People will be here soon.
Mummy always finds something for everyone to do. July 17th, 1944. Our family is deeply saddened and is thinking of you during this extremely difficult time. Ernesto E. and family. July 17th, 1944. Our hearts are with you and we share your grief in the wake of the tragic loss of your dearest Julia. Monsignor Attilio D. July 17th, 1944, Ministry of War. Director General for Conscripts and NCOs. We are grieving over your sudden loss, and we send you our heartfelt condolences. The Lieutenant Colonel Rapporteur. There's no reason to use the phone right now. A telegraph box. I know how to use it. Daddy taught me. Daddy's oboe. We were preparing a really nice duet together. On the rare occasions he's at home, that is. These hunting rifles are not Daddy's. He never went hunting. Nanny must have left them here. This painter was a friend of Grandpa's. I always loved his paintings. As a child, I used to look at them for hours.
When you're done, can you come and get the flowers, please? Or send Martha if you like.
Never a moment's peace. Even at a time like this. She can't sit still for a second. Daddy's canes. They are so beautiful, but I can't say why, but they have always scared me.
Why would Kane scare you?
The only way people could tell Martha and me apart was by dressing differently. Even Mother couldn't tell us apart.
Is someone coming to get these damn flowers?
Books, and more books. In our villa, there must be 10 times more than even here. When Mummy asks for something, there's no escaping it. Everything always has to be perfect with her. What's happening? Who closed the door?
Erich, wake up. Do you think it's appropriate to sleep here? Of all places?
What? Hmm? Yes. I must have fallen asleep.
What are they talking about?
You can't stay here forever. Why don't you go to bed?
No, no. I want to stay with my daughter.
Your daughter? Your daughter? You have another daughter, you know. The one who's still alive. Remember?
What are you talking about, Irena? Julia is dead. What kind of comment is that? How can you?
You should be thinking about Martha. Julia harmed Martha. You know that, right? And as if that were not enough, she has now also abandoned her.
It's the same old story. Everything is always Julia's fault, isn't it? Her fault for Martha being deaf and for you being infertile. Do you think it's the right time for this? Julia is dead, Irena. Dead. Someone killed her. Do you realize that?
Of course I realize. I get it. Do you think I'm stupid? No one understands it better than me. She always brought problems. Only problems. It would have been better if she hadn't been born at all. You're crazy.
I'm the crazy one? Me?
Yeah. Yep.
They have done this to get at me, yes. Your death is all my fault. All I could ever do for you was hurt you, Julia. My poor, sweet, crazy girl. What will I do without you? What will life be like now? All the time I didn't spend with you. But now I'm home. We can go fishing together. We can take pictures of butterflies. No. We can't do anything together anymore, can we? nothing. I miss you, Julia. I miss you.
While American bombings continue to devastate the peaceful towns within the Elsa Valley, we have heard some tragic news from the area of La Ramola. The young daughter of German Army General Erich Kay was murdered near her home. What possible reason could there have been behind such a cowardly act? This is what the Carabinieri, who immediately intervened, hope to find out.
Mother didn't seem to suffer from the situation. All she cared about was that my death was so painful for Martha. But not having me around anymore must have been a great relief to her. At the end of the day, it was better for everyone that it was me who died. And it was better for me too that people thought that. But the guilt began to consume
Sorry about that,
me.
guys.
That's when I started having horrible nightmares.
Shoot, it's Martha has lost. Oh my god. Martha has lost her soul.
Martha has lost her soul. Martha has lost her soul. Martha has lost her soul. Martha has lost her soul. Martha has lost her soul. Martha has lost her soul.
The art direction in this game is so creepy.
Martha has lost
Like the style and everything. It's just a really creepy game all the way around. I stole her identity. Oh, this is that part, I think, already. No, it's not. It can't be. There's no way. Oh yeah, it is. What? So creepy.
It was just a dream. A horrible dream. That horrendous woman and the face of my sister. I wish all of this was a dream and my sister is just sleeping in her bed. Instead, her bed is empty and this is reality. This is Martha and me at the festival of the patron saint. It was only a few months ago, and now... Martha had asked for a picture of me to put in this frame. She wanted me to do one of those expressions of mine that made her laugh. Expressions that she couldn't quite imitate. She used to say that those were the signs of my soul. Can a photo capture the soul? Can I capture Martha's soul?
What was that? What was that?
This is
Mike,
Martha's trinket
chill.
box. It
It's
could
just a
contain
game.
something that will help to figure out what
Okay, well
happened.
then stop.
You get mad over games all the
Okay, I don't start slamming stuff like that.
I didn't slam anything.
Martha's clothes.
I wouldn't
To me,
have let
wearing
her
them
do
will
it.
be like having her with me. Mummy will also be happy to see them. Or I could wear my clothes in the other wardrobe. Everything I need is always in my bag. The key to my trinket box. Here is my diary. July 12th, 1944. This is a new diary. We moved here today and I forgot my old one back at home. But that's okay. A new
There
chapter
is a
has
lot of
started
reading
for
in
me,
this
diary.
game.
They say they brought us here for our own safety. Daddy, the war, and everything else. Nanny gave us her house and she went to look after the mansion. It's weird being back here after so many years. I remember Nanny telling me the fairy tale of the Lady of the Lake. It's one of the few happy memories I have from when I was little. Nanny isn't here and that's a shame, but Martha is here with me. I also get to see Lapo more often, which is wonderful. He's always hanging around here. Mum is thankfully too preoccupied with fixing up the house to worry about me. At least for now. July 16th, 1944. There's something creepy about the woods. Every time I'm at the lake, I get a strange feeling. Maybe it's the legend of the White Lady playing tricks on me. I get weird ideas. I think that there is this presence. Then I think I'm just being crazy. Anyway, crazy or not, I want to take some pictures. I'm not scared. In fact, I'd say I'm excited. I've made arrangements with Martha.
Come
She's
on.
coming to the lake with me tomorrow to set up 2 new cameras with timers, and we'll see what we can photograph. Not before a good swim, of course. To be honest, Martha doesn't like photography all that much, and recently she's gone off swimming too. But she does like spending time with me by teasing me. Then, when she gets bored, she disappears into her books, and I do my own thing. We feel right when we're together.
I'll be right there. I'm just going upstairs to call Martha down for breakfast.
Oh gosh, if Mummy sees this picture, she'll throw it away for sure. It's me and Lapo. I want to see him as soon as possible so we can mourn Martha's death together. Nanny will be visiting me soon.
Okay, I won't wake her up. I'll just turn on her light. So when she wakes up, she'll know when to come down for breakfast.
They really think I'm Martha and I can't hear them. I need to be careful not to talk, or I will be in serious trouble. This is not the right key. I must get her key if I want to know what's inside her trinket box.
Well, where's your key at?
Our beautiful home. In spite of everything, I prefer being here. I'm already dressed.
I don't know where her key's at, or if I find it right now.
Scary fairy tales. Everything seems to be scary lately. Yet everything here is so beautiful and bright.
I guess I don't find it right this second.
I'm already dressed.
What's the score of that game, Mike?
84-70. Boston winning. I wanted the Celtics to win the series.
I don't know.
How wonderful the snow is.
No.
Unfortunately, it doesn't snow often around here.
Because the more that the Knicks win, the more it shows that the Pistons should have won that series and they would have won them.
No, I said I want the Celtics to win.
I know. And I said I want the Knicks to win because then it would prove how the Pistons should have, if they would have won, they would have beat the Celtics.
Oh.
It's locked. Strange. Why did they lock my room?
Martha's breakfast is ready. We can go.
Yes. It's getting late.
Did you leave the newspaper for Martha? You know how much she likes reading it.
Yes, Irena. It's on the table, can't you see?
And that camera, are you leaving it there?
Yes, Irena. Can't you leave it there for a few more days? Do you mind? It was for Julia. I will take it away soon. I promise. The sword makes me so sad. Seeing it there is as if... I don't know how to explain it.
All right. But let's go now. We have too much to do. We can't stay here all day talking.
Mummy is right, though. Martha always read everything. It's me who will now read the newspaper instead. They'll be out all day. The funeral preparations will take them a long time. Everything is more complex with the war. Over the next few days, I will see little to nothing of them.
Martha always reads the newspaper. Read newspaper dated July 18th. Might be on a table. I might put one of the photos. I always said to Martha I would, but never did. The camera. I like to always have my camera with me when you least expect an opportunity. The one that my father left on the table could work well.
Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a
There's way too
respectable
much
family,
reading. I don't
brutally
remember
murdered near
it
her
being
home.
this intense with
Carabinieri
reading.
investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Martha was not killed by politics or war. She was killed by something much closer and much less clear. I will find out the truth.
Bro, I have to go to each thing.
First improvements in food registration. Bread rations increased by 50 grams per day as of April 20th. A kilo more every month of soup ingredients. Reforms to the treatment of agricultural workers and an unexpected distribution of jam. Julia Kay. Distressed but supported by faith. Irenei the mother, Erich the father, and Martha the sister sadly announced Julia's passing. The funeral will take place in La Romola, Thursday, July 20th at 9:30 p.m., departing from the property of the deceased. Firm bulwark even in the skies. 159 aircraft of the Germanic defense shot down in 24 hours. Major Russian operation northwest of Jassy. Enemy convoy lost in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyers and 6 merchant vessels sunk. Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges.
Alright. Why won't it let me?
Bread, butter, jam, and coffee. Martha's typical breakfast. I prefer honey and milk, but I'll have to adapt to her tastes, obviously. For Julia, to take more and more photos, Dad. I
Why-
can verify that the camera is still working by taking a photo. I could photograph a sparrow. There are so many of them out here. Chocolate, a privilege for few people in these times. There might be birds around the little wall in front of the house. I always put crumbs on it for them.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Every time there's like an aurora, is it always just Canada?
No.
Yeah, the Celtics won, I'm pretty sure. It's 91 to 76. I can't wait for the new Alien game to come out. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Excellent. I've taken the picture, now it's straight to the darkroom in the cellar to print it. Daddy recently became a general in the German army. He used to take pictures on the front lines, but now he gives me the materials to take photographs instead. Now that Martha is gone, only this camera can fix my ideas and my memories. I can't allow myself to forget. We are so lucky. In these difficult times, pantries are empty and people are going hungry. But with a German general for a father, food is never scarce. Daddy set up his darkroom here. He doesn't take photos anymore because of his work, but photography is still his true passion. I'm allowed to use the darkroom when I want to.
After shooting a photo, the film must be developed in several steps. This aspect has been omitted for the sake of simplicity, but in reality, the steps are as follows. The film is firstly rolled on a reel and put inside a small tank. That tank is then immersed in the developer, washed, and then immersed in a stop bath. It is then washed again, dried, and finally cut. You'll find your rolls of film already developed and ready for printing. Choose the image you want to print to paper. The preview on the left side will help you choose, of course. You'll see the images and negative. The enlarger allows you to customize your photos even more. You can choose on which part of the paper the picture will be printed. You can adjust the focus and choose how long to expose the photographic paper. With the red filter, you can project and see the image on paper without exposing it. Use the controls to move the paper on the bench and to adjust the magnification and focus. When the three circles are aligned, the picture is focused. If you still see the image out of focus when aligned, you probably shot it that way. Play with the adjustments until you're happy. When you're ready, press square to continue. Immerse the paper in the developer and the image will appear. To achieve ideal exposure, take the paper out of the developer when the timer is in the green zone. If you take the paper out too early or too late, the picture will be ruined and you'll have to print it again. In real life, immersion in the developer is followed by a wash, a stop bath, and then a second wash. These additional baths have been skipped for the sake of simplicity. Here's your printed photo. You can keep it in your album or scrap
Not a bad
it.
photograph. It seems that the camera works perfectly. Now I can take a self-timed photo for Martha's frame. camera is set up with the self-timer. Yes, this is me. No one was ever able to tell us apart. But I never had the slightest doubt, and nor did Martha. It's strange how what identifies us most deeply is not visible to anyone. I was obsessively thinking about Martha and what had happened, but suddenly a thought took control. The memory of that day at the lake was becoming more and more like a dream when, after awakening, the image becomes more and more faded. Could it be that the memories were a figment of the mind? Had I been the one that hurt my sister? I had always envied her, and now I had taken her identity. I experienced a suffocating pattern of thoughts. I decided to go straight to the lake to retrieve the film rolls. They would tell a different story, I was sure, but deep down, I kept hoping they would confirm my fading memory. Of course the door is locked. The keys aren't hanging on the lock as usual, then they will be in Daddy's study. We live in fear now. My parents are not going to let me go to the lake anymore after Martha's death. So this is the right time. I need to know. The self-doubt I feel is eating me up. Here's the camera flash. Now I can photograph Martha even in the dark.
You want me to cook, Mike?
Huh?
You want me to make that?
Yeah. I was gonna go outside for a little bit.
What time is it? 9?
Oh crap, I didn't even realize it's 9:16. I didn't even realize it was dark out, but I just wanna play. I have so much energy still. Day.
Yeah.
July 18th. Everything has changed. I feel like a different person. The best part of me left with Martha. My enthusiasm, my desire to live, and the will to joke around. I find myself alone, left to my own devices, confused with no desire or expectations. I was handling the cameras at the lake and there was a floating body on the water. I don't remember what I was doing before. Yet another memory lapse. That lifeless body was Martha's, my sister. Mummy ran up to me and hugged me, thinking I was Martha, and that I, Julia, was dead. I didn't correct her mistake, and now it's too late.
Come
They find out I've
on,
been
bro.
fooling everyone. I don't even
How
want
much
to think
reading in
about
this
it.
game is
I
crazy.
feel terribly guilty pretending to be Martha, pretending to be deaf. I took the photo for Martha's frame. I know it's too late now, and I felt incredible pain placing the picture. I said
Shoot,
goodbye to
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta make dinner. Alright, back, guys.
I must do one thing for Martha. I must find out what happened. The partisans couldn't have killed her. That's just ridiculous. Lapo is my friend, and he's one of them. He loved us so much. We know all of them. So
Whoops.
it's just impossible.
What'd you say, Mike? Yeah, just leave it. I'll get it.
Are you crazy? Have you tasted that?
No, I didn't get a chance to taste it, Chef.
So you cooked it and you didn't even taste it?
I didn't have enough time. I'm so sorry you don't like it.
Don't like it?
I'm sorry it wasn't up to par.
Up to par? It's unedible.
Okay, then throw it out.
No, I'm not going to throw it out. Big man.
Yes, sir.
You like your food? Take a mouthful. Pass it along.
It was completely repulsive. I would have rather had a cat shit in my mouth than have eaten that any further.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god. I don't even know.
How do I use the flash?
Vinny, what was that tasting like?
A big bowl of mud.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Fix the camera. Ooh, yes, sir. We got that new Sprite tea. Yes. Sprite. Sprite.
Am I not able to do this part yet? It says I can shoot.
Take a sip of the new Sprite plus tea before the rest of the world. Go ahead and press a little.
Where's the flash at, though? Maybe I can't do it yet.
Slide the box over. Here's the can. Sprite plus tea. You know we had to grab the ice.
I don't have the courage to use the phone. Not right now.
Okay.
I smell that tea.
Well, we're peacing out.
Okay, Sprite. I was. Sprite, whatever you want, son. What's man? You can take. Okay, Sprite, y'all, whatever you want, son. Alright. Oh, yeah, I fuck with that. Hey, Sprite tea. Y'all want some? Ladies and you bitch ass. Yes, sir. What's up, Sprite? Now listen.
Bless you. Mm-hmm.
I love the night, but this night scares me. In the dark, I can feel all the harm I've caused. It's getting closer with each step. I feel it brushing up against me like a cold wind. I hurt Martha. The closer I get to the lake, the more certain I am of this. How could it not be? I killed her to
Ugh.
steal the love that everyone felt
Yeah.
for her but didn't feel for me.
So the butterfly.
How could I have done such a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't even mean to kill that butterfly.
How do I use the... Oh, there we go.
German soldiers. Daddy ordered patrols to be carried out near the house, but how could they have lost a helmet? God only knows. Oh no! Damn lamp! Luckily I still have my lighter with me.
Yeah.
The cameras are somewhere around here. A shred of fabric here in the woods. How strange. Let's take a photo of 2 cameras left. How could it have ended up here? It looks familiar. One more camera to collect.
Where's the last camera? Oh, I don't like that noise.
them all. These films are going to help me understand what happened. Now I should rush home to develop them.
What?
So the first week of the, like, they released the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
The first week we play the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Second week we play the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Third week we play the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth week we play the Browns.
Julia.
Ugh.
Julia.
Ugh. Oh yeah, I already looked at the schedule. It's the hardest schedule in the NFL. Yeah. Online? Oh shoot. No. What? What is happening?
I can't wait for the preseason. It's gonna be so
No. Whoa, what?
What is that?
Yeah, Sam, I'm gonna play Fort tomorrow, buddy. How are you? It is censored. Not completely.
I have to wash up and do what needs to be done. If I'm sick, I have little the truth awaits me. It must be hidden within those rolls. What am I thinking? I would stain my clothes with blood. What am I thinking? I would stain my clothes with blood.
Oh, she has to wash up.
That's better. But I still don't understand all of that blood. That's never happened to me before. But I'm not going to tell my doctor. Otherwise, he'll make me stay in bed and rest. This dress is only for special occasions. It's very rude, but I could pick up the phone and listen to their conversation.
How are you doing today, Rennie? I'm worried, Father. Very worried. We found more partisan tracks in the woods, right next to the house. That Lapo, I suspect he may be involved in the death of... No, please don't say that. It's not possible. I know the boy and I don't... Father, anything is possible in these dark times. Anything. That boy didn't even come to say goodbye to Julia. Didn't they love each other dearly? He must be terribly scared, and Julia always used to say that. Yeah, sure, she used to say they were just friends, but you know too, right? Friends are not supposed to do such things, Father. Or are they? But anyway, you're defending them both. You, my husband, and even the nanny who, deep down, is a good woman. The nanny? I believe the nanny is the one who hurt Julia. With her evil passion for those cards, they are cursed things. I hope you made them disappear. Of course. I keep them safe in my room. Anyway, you must forgive me, Father. I have to go. They've come to pick me up. Have a good day. You too.
Lapo's involved in Martha's death. My mother is losing her mind again. How could anyone even imagine such nonsense? And Don Attilio, he's a great friend, but what a weird view. Those cards are just a game. But most importantly, they're mine. Why on earth did they take them from me? Dad loves these prints of Florence. I find them a bit sad.
Following the dramatic news from the capital, Archbishop
Mummy's medicine. Will they do her any good? Romola, 15th of July 1944. Dear Mrs. Irene, I'm writing to let you know that all is well here at the villa. Thank you for being so considerate and caring. I apologize for the simplicity of the housing you were forced to live in. I also locked the room where the little one used to stay as requested. I've left you the key. It is the one with the pink key ring. Try to stay safe. Best regards, Nanny. Why on earth did Mummy have that door locked? It was my room. What is she trying to hide? Dear Mother, this is hard, but I have something to tell you. I found out that Julia is pregnant. Go to the lake tomorrow morning at 7 and watch her as she bathes. you'll see that her tummy is growing. Martha. What? I'm not pregnant. Why is everything becoming even more confusing? I'm searching for an explanation, but instead I'm left with more questions. This is Mummy's jewellery. She wears them every day, even though Daddy says it's impractical and dangerous to show signs of wealth these days. As usual, she doesn't want to listen to reason and ends up arguing with Daddy until he goes to play war, as she says. Here are my cards. Nanny and I always used to play with them. She would predict my future and I pretended to predict hers. The future was always good for everyone. Maybe when she read them, she saw my true future, which she hid from me. Or more likely, these cards are actually just a stupid game to reassure and deceive oneself with. But deceiving oneself is sometimes necessary. How can we live happily otherwise? There are more and more weapons around, and everyone is scared after what happened. The keys to my old room are not here. Where are they? General Edict K. New rules on curfew and women's behaviour. German command of S. Vincenzo Attori. Telephone number 1185.
I do not remember this much reading in this game. I mean, Jesus.
Daddy stuff. War maps. I've heard everything will play out on this new defensive line. The radio needs to be kept on at all times these days. It can save your life knowing things on time, especially before they happen. .25 ISO film. When the sun is high in the sky, it's perfect.
Is there something I'm supposed to do on this? Okay.
Pervitin again. I feel like these pills do nothing other than agitate her. I don't think there's anything left in this room. Yeah, there's not. Okay. Superior Commander of the German Federal Armed Forces announces 1.
Be right back, guys.
Whoever is in possession of weapons or explosives not reported to the German headquarters will be shot. 2. Whoever harbors bandits and or protects them and provides them with clothing and or weapons will be shot. 3. Whoever is aware of the existence of any rebel groups or even lone rebels without reporting them will be shot.
accidentally kicked your vape off the couch when I was getting up.